Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Good morning, friends. Greetings and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 28 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and all manners of skin diseases, acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system, it's a healing system, it's a regenerating system. It's designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing and regenerating system a miracle, it's no miracle at all. It is just the way the body works. If you're dealing with a health challenge, if you're dealing with a health crisis, if you're on prescription drugs and you want to get off your medications, we can help you. We can help you get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program. We can help you access your body's built-in regenerating and healing capacities. And we welcome your phone calls. Let us show you how simple and easy health can be. Let us help you change your life today or change the lives of loved ones, friends, family members today as well. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll get your calls in our second segment. We've got a guest coming up at the bottom of the hour. Bill Aaron is a cancer survivor, and he's written a really, really cool book. It's actually a coffee table book. Got lots of pictures and stories about cancer survivors. If you're dealing with cancer, know somebody who's dealing with cancer, please understand it doesn't necessarily have to be a death sentence. You know, 1 out of maybe 100,000 cases of cancer that we know of remit on their own. They just go backwards on their own. And that's just that we know of. There's probably folks who are go through cancer remission and we don't even hear about them. They just don't go back to the doctor. And of course, your body has built-in anti-cancer, cancer-fighting systems that snip out mutations. Literally, they're called scissor-races, enzymes that snip out mutations. The body can handle disease. We just got to give it the raw materials and not burden it with things it doesn't need. And it's as simple as that, friends. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll talk to Bill Aaron at the bottom of the hour and get your phone calls in our second segment. If you're interested in purchasing any of the longevity products that you hear advertised on the program or recommended on the program, or if you want to join my team, the Bright Side Ben team, and help spread the word about how important a nutritional supplement program can be and make some money while you're doing it, get your products at the wholesale price, please call the phone team at 866-735-2470, or you can head over to my website, brightsideben.com, or my blog, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. That's my new blog with George Norrie. I'll be on with George this evening, by the way, and we're going to be talking about prescription drugs. You can order products right off those websites, or you can join the team right off the websites as well, all for a one-time $10 fee. Okay, try to get on board early. Try to get on the line early so we can get your calls in our next segment. A few more things I want to say about vitamin A and acne, and then we're going to talk. Well, we'll talk topical vitamin A, and then we'll talk internal vitamin A. Probably do that tomorrow. These days, everyone has pretty much heard of Retin A. Retin A's been out since I think it came out in late 70s, early 1980s. Retin A is known in the world of skincare as the go-to anti-acne topical. These days, there's generic forms of it and there's fake forms of it. Retin A itself is made with anywhere from 0.01% strength to 0.1% active material. That's if it's 0.01%, you're talking about 1 part active material per 10,000 inactive parts. Now, that's pretty potent stuff, folks. And if you're talking 0.1%, which is the strongest form of retinoic acid available, that's 1 part per thousand. Either way, you're talking about some pretty strong medicine. If you're wondering what the inactive stuff is, it's wax and it's oil and it's water and preservatives and irritants and nasty stuff. In other words, a tube of Retin-A cream, which will cost you anywhere from $20 a tube if you find it generically somewhere at a compounding pharmacy maybe, to $100 an ounce, or even more, $120 an ounce if you get the brand name, or even more than that, depending on where you get it. You're talking 99.99% BS, bull crapola. It's going to do anything for your skin. This is how insidious the skincare business is, especially the pharmaceutical skincare business. 99.99% of your product is BS, and you're still paying $20 to $100 or even more per ounce. I'm talking BS, stuff that your skin doesn't need, doesn't want, doesn't know what to do with. And that doesn't include the hassle of getting a prescription from your doctors, from a doctor's office, dealing with the pharmacy, dealing with the insurance company, and all the other medical hoops you're going to have to jump through if you want to get your Retin-A cream. But at the same time, the stuff works. The stuff's good. It's retinoic acid. It's a vitamin A derivative. Retinoic acid isn't exactly vitamin A. It's a vitamin A derivative. But it does have some really, really important health benefits. Now, there are more expensive drug versions, pharmaceutical versions of retinoic acid. One is called Differin, or the brand name is Differin. The chemical is called adapalene. The other one is the second one is called Tazarotene, or the brand name is Tazarac. They're not vitamins. They're fake. They're pharmacological attempts to imitate a vitamin, and they're expensive, and they're toxic. And while they may not be quite as irritating as retinoic acid, they still are going to give you some irritation. They're expensive. You still got to deal with the same hassles at the doctors and pharmacy. You know, in my opinion, if you want to go to the prescription route, if you have insurance or whatever, you want to go with retinoic acid, stick to the real stuff. Stick to Retin-A or perhaps generic Retin-A. Now, if you want the same power of retinoic acid, but you don't want to put the nasty stuff on your skin, the sodium lauryl sulfate and the propylene glycol and the preservatives, the parabens, etc., you're going to be pretty much out of luck. There's no way to get retinoic acid on your skin unless you buy a drug company product, which is going to give you all that crap stuff. But if you really want the vitamin A anti-acne activity, or if you just want to put some vitamin A on your skin, which I highly recommend you do, especially if you're older than 30 years old or so. You know, most photo damage and skin damage, at least as it is associated with aging, starts in our 20s. By 24, the beginnings of breakdown for many people, the beginnings of skin breakdown are beginning to show up. By our 20s, 24, 25, 26. If you're 28 to 30, somewhere in there, it's probably a good idea to start using something topically like vitamin A. Remember, you're not going to get significant anti-aging from anything over the counter, unless you got some super creative formulator, which I'll tell you about here in a second, formulation I should say. Unless you got some super creative formulation, you're not going to really be able to get anything in a department store or in a salon or even in a doctor's office. Vitamin A is the gold standard in anti-aging ingredients. If you don't want to deal with retinoic acid, but you still want vitamin A, you don't want to deal with the doctor's office, etc., or the irritation or the toxic ingredients, and you don't want the super, super mild form of vitamin A, which we talked about last week, retinoyl palmitate, which isn't going to cause any irritation but isn't going to work very well. There is a third form of vitamin A, and this is really true vitamin A. Retinoic acid is not true vitamin A. It's a derivative. It's a breakdown product. As effective as it is, it's not really vitamin A as much as it's a derivative, a metabolite, a breakdown product of vitamin A. Retinoyl palmitate's not really vitamin A. It's a kind of protected form of vitamin A. It's how vitamin A travels around in the body, but it doesn't have real vitamin A activity. On the other hand, there's a third form of vitamin A that is true vitamin A. Not a derivative. It's the real deal. It's called retinol. And most folks, if they're hip to skincare, have heard of retinol. It's been in the news, at least in the skincare news. But it's still hard to get retinol, or at least really effective retinol. There's lots of products with retinol in them, but not really effectively. not really effective products because there's not enough. Retinol is pretty darn close to retinoic acid. It's weaker, for sure, than retinoic acid, but it will get you a lot of really good benefits. But you got to understand how to work with it. You got to understand how to choose products that contain retinol. And there's some savvy that's involved. As with all skincare, there's some savvy that's involved with using retinol as a topical ingredient. We'll cover that probably tomorrow. I want to hit our phones when we come back from our break. We got Bill Aaron coming up at the bottom of the hour. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back after this.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE, 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
Ted Anderson telling you about Jordan Rubin's Beyond Organic Green-Fed Raw Cheddar Artesian Cheese featuring whole milk created through ancient dairy breeding, unpasteurized, untreated whole milk on the same farm the cows graze, containing natural sources of omega-3s, CLA protein, calcium, probiotics, and enzymes. I have never tasted cheese this good, and you need to try it. Contact your Longevity distributor or call 877-878-4203 or go to gcnteam.com. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Ouch! My back is out again.
Hi, Dr. Ortman with Wellspring Spinal Care. If you're experiencing neck, mid, or lower back pain, this information is for you. One of the complaints that I hear is patients receive their typical adjustment, only having to repeat them as the pain returns. Putting the bones back in place is only half of the battle. At Wellspring Spinal Care, we have the entire solution. We use the NUCA approach, utilizing three-dimensional x-rays and gentle touch technology to deliver specific correction. We then design a custom nutritional supplement program which provides essential nutrients targeting the areas of concern. With a NUCA approach and proper nutrition, you'll be on your way to a faster and more permanent recovery. To get you on the road to wellness, visit drortman.com. That's drortman.com, or call us today, 952-303-9124. That's 952-303-9124. Wellspring Spinal Care, chiropractic done right.
Hear that? That's the sound of a house being trashed while a gang of thieves ransack the place. And what they don't steal will be destroyed.
You can prevent being the next victim of a break-in. Go to faketv.com and discover a device that creates the illusion someone inside is watching TV, even when you're miles away. Security is a mindset, and Fake TV should be part of your security solution. Be vigilant, but not fearful. faketv.com.
Attention! Do you owe money to the IRS or have years of unfiled returns? Are you being audited or receiving threatening letters? If the answer is yes, you need help. The IRS can seize your property and assets, impose fines and penalties, garnish your wages, and even go after your bank account. Don't take on the IRS by yourself. Don't let the IRS destroy your life. Take action now. Call our team of experts for a free and confidential initial evaluation. We've helped thousands resolve their tax problems. Let us help you. 800-261-7073. 800-261-7073.
We are the premier independent talk radio network, the Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. We're here every day. 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central, and 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com or also benfuchsarchives.com. Thank you to Peter in the UK for setting that up. Bottom of the hour here, our next segment, we're going to talk to Bill Aaron about his book, New Beginnings, The Triumphs of 120 Cancer Survivors. I love these inspiring stories. If you're dealing with cancer, know somebody dealing with cancer,